Yes, and welcome to a session about streaming the data. And the session name is Stream and Model Your Data with Qlik Cloud Data Integration. I mentioned that Qlik is popping up with news very oftenly, and just yesterday evening, Qlik came up with the news that Qlik Cloud Data Integration now has it's a single product with 4 editions, and it happens that Qlik Cloud Data Integration is now in first 2 editions, like Starter and Standard edition of Qlik Cloud Talent solution. Despite that, the functionality is as I will discuss, but that just the solution is becoming much broader. And when talking about data streaming, I think it's important to get a bit back to this cloud reference architecture that Seamus was talking today, and where this in this place Qlik is fitting. So as you see, what has changed in the picture is instead of ingestion, we have streaming capabilities that is delivered by Qlik, and we will focus on instead of ingestion by batch or micro batching, the data streaming is really providing the more real-time capabilities to the businesses. But what is the driving need for data streaming? Let's talk a bit about that. And the concept of real-time processing is basically based on the situations where businesses must operate with the latest information available to making these decisions. Sometimes these are essential real-time data about fleet management, like in Penske Logistics, or I have been talking with some fintech companies that have sales data. They are changing something in the sales systems, and they want to make or have the information back of the market impact as soon as possible, because maybe every 10 or 20 or 30 minutes of wrong configuration is a lost sales. So business are more and more oftenly requiring that part. The second part of the change data captures, it's a functionality that has limited or even zero impact both on the source and target systems, especially important with the production systems that has thousands and millions or billions of transactions happening every time, and we need to have this information real time, how to pull that information from those systems. And third aspect is to handle hybrid and very heterogeneous environments. You might have some systems on premise. You have, like, for example, this retailer with 650 stores, where we have to pull the data from their side. How to handle these large-scale data collection from these sources, and each of those areas we can learn a bit more on these. So when talking about the real time, in which cases these might become essential. Let's say if you are from insurance company, you want to have real-time data for making dynamic pricing for your customers, or in retail you might want to adjust stock levels based on the customer traffic that you have today, right now, and you might to have machine learning capabilities based on real-time data to direct logistics on the different routes if some weather disasters are happening. So there are many use cases, and maybe there is even some business case that you are currently thinking or your business are demanding it from you. But the need is there, and how to deliver this real-time capability. So change data capture is the way how The industry have done that already for many years. There are not that many tools out. If you change for the data streaming tools, what we came across is customers are usually evaluating Qlik as one of those. Before it was known as Attunity and Qlik Replicate. Now it's Qlik Cloud Data Integration, or currently Talent Cloud. Other tools we have met in the market is Oracle Golden Gate or Fivetran or similar tools. But in essence, change data capture, what it does, it identifies the data, metadata changes where when the core systems are committing those to the database. So when CRM writes some records to the database, that typically that may be 4 types of these database changes. One is inserts. So one or more rows to the database is added, for example, amount of the sale, recent sales transaction, new customer. They can be updates like, for example, address is corrected and for the customer transactional record. Sometimes they are deletes when, for example, incorrect sales transactions are erased. That's rarely, but happening. And there might be changes to the structures of the database, of the data definition language, like new tables, column change, and data type changes. And in a given time window, such as 1 second, a production database might be processing thousands and even millions of inserts, updates, and deletes. Data definition changes are more rare and happening on not at that dynamic scale. And change data capture tools are looking for these updates, these changes, and replicated those. And there are 2 types of for change data capture solutions. So one type of solution is agent-based. It means it installs an agent on the each production database or site, and sometimes also on the target site. And the drawback for that is that it's still using some computing power, some resources, and degrading the performance of that system. More modern approach is to have zero footprint agent or serverless, agentless access. In that instance, this CDC is somewhere outside a different server, not located on these data sources or targets. And this works much more efficiently, and this is the modern approach. And this is exactly what Qlik Data Integration does. But regarding the data movement, it moves the data not through Qlik Cloud, but it moves it directly from your source to the target, and not putting the data through a third-party cloud instance, like in this case Qlik. So in a very secure manner. And so this is how this minimal impact on the systems is achieved to have this real-time data delivery. And it's important to have a heterogeneous environment, to have access to as many data sources as possible. So here it's in the demo within Qlik Cloud tenant, we switch from analytics to Qlik Cloud Data Integration, and we can choose any of basically 200 sources. It could be a database like Oracle, SQL Server, Postgre, MySQL, NoSQL. It could be flat files and different cloud systems, cloud API connectors, such as Salesforce, CRM, sales systems. And we choose target. Could be Snowflake, could be Qlik, could be Synapse, anything like these modern platforms. Why there was Qlik as one of the targets? It's because Qlik Cloud Data Integration or replication capabilities are coming free of charge to Qlik Cloud, meaning that you can have these real-time replication from your sources directly to your QVD files. And Qlik calls this active QVD approach. And so there are really like four of these scenarios. With QVD files, you can have data updated directly to Qlik Cloud Analytics. But if you choose, you can also share this data directly in your own S3 storage. And basically that way, these real-time QVDs can feed also your on-premise QlikSense or even QlikView data with real-time capabilities. So it's one simple scenario use case. The other case we have here is data lake landing. So data lake storage, as Simas explained about data lakes, where you can store your structured and unstructured data. In this case, Qlik Cloud Data Integration would be landing the data directly to the data lake part. And the targets are supported like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Snowflake, Databricks. There, and we are not focusing yet today on in deep for all these scenarios, but there are further scenarios like data warehouse automation, because Qlik Cloud Data Integration has data warehouse automation capabilities, providing a no-code, low-code development environment to bring the data further and transform into already curated data marts within the data warehouse. And even further, it can be data lakehouse automation, where it brings the data and orchestrates these transformations further the line. With the Qlik Talent Cloud, actually, since yesterday, these use cases multiplied, almost doubled, and there are now 7 use cases in addition, like API integration and connection to different streaming platforms. And data quality is one big part of that, with the creation of data products within the company. But we will cover these parts in our different sessions, I think in October, when the next Qlik Customer Day will happen. To summarize, once what Qlik Cloud Data Integration provides, once you capture the changes in your source systems, it can be in the cloud or on premise, Qlik Cloud Integration can move, transform, like light filtering, light transformations, and deliver the data directly to your data lake or to QVD files. So you will have real-time information available there. And there are examples that even the largest financial companies are globally relying on Qlik for that functionality. And you can really take over 200 different data sources, and if you Google for in a Qlik connector factory, you will find that they are coming up around 500 different connectors. That will be like pre-built connectors with understanding the data structure of some of those systems that you can leverage already by bringing these SaaS-based systems also to your data analytics. And the movement of the data is not limited between any of the cloud providers, so it can be you are quite free from to choose on which platform you are, or you're on premise or on cloud, and which cloud. And it's automated, so it means once you set this process, you almost can forget about it. Like there was a customer case presented in Qlik Connection earlier this month, Vanguard, where almost among all the statistics they provided, there was like one number which stood out. It was like 0, that they had 0 incidents of data loss for forever since they introduced Qlik Cloud Data Integration for their purposes. So it's a scalable platform that can deliver data integration capabilities, and it's an option which Qlik Cloud Analytics customers can leverage already, but those who need these real-time capabilities and evaluating like solutions like in the market, when you Google about CDC tools or best CDC tools, you definitely will see in this top 10 list one of the first, second, or third place will be Qlik Replicator at Unity, one of the former names, and the Qlik is rated very highly in this our area. With that, I conclude the session about Qlik Cloud Data Integration, and I will invite again my colleagues Simas and Milda for the next session about Snowflake.